The first thing you're gonna do before you start putting covers on is to take the headrest off. And I've already pulled this one up as high as it goes. There's a button right here. Press that in, and then you can pull the headrest right out of the seat back. After that, we'll raise the seat up as high as it can go if you've got electric seats. Before we start putting covers on, we also need to remove the flap that goes down around the back of the seat. And that's held onto the bottom by 2 elastic straps with little plastic hooks on them. So once you reach under there and feel the strap, you can just go down the strap until you find the hook and just push it forward and it'll pop off the bottom of the seat. We'll do that on both sides just to pop it loose. I've already slid the seat all the way forward now, so it's up in the doorway and easier to work on. And I'm gonna start by putting the seat back cover on. On the bottom of the cover, there'll be a little white tag that says driver or passenger. I got the driver one since we're working on the driver's seat. Another thing to make sure of is that the TigerTough tag and the airbag tag, when it goes on, are on the side closest to the door. So I'm gonna start by just turning this cover most of the way inside out. And then we'll pull it right over the seat back and start working it down. So now I've got it pulled down over the seat back and the seams kind of line up with the seams on the seat. We're gonna work the cover around the plastic trim pieces for the headrest. And to do that, I'm just gonna press one side down and hook it underneath there and press it around. Just like that. And now I'll just continue pulling the cover down over the seat like this. There we go. Before we can fasten the cover on, we need to get rid of this flap that we disconnected earlier. And so that's just gonna fold up like this and tuck right inside the cover. Just like that. Now we just push these between the seat back and the seat bottom so we can fasten them together. Now we're going to take these 2 flaps that we pushed through and pull them tight and fasten them to this Velcro. But before I start, the tighter you pull them, the better your cover is going to fit. So here goes. We're going to pull this really tight and fasten it up onto the Velcro. Just like that. And this here flap will just stick up here because we'll need that once we get the bottom cover on. Next up, we're going to cover the seat bottom. Again, I've got the cover with the driver's tag on it. And we'll just start by putting it over the seat, like this here. This here string, I'm just going to push down in here, and we'll get that later. So, and then we'll just push these between the seat back and the seat bottom. We're just kind of getting everything roughly in place right now, and we'll cinch it all up in just a couple minutes. The next thing that we're going to do is tuck this cover here in behind this plastic trim. The reason that this cover is pretty long and has a hole in it here is because some of these trucks do not have electric seats in the driver's side, and then they don't have this plastic trim. There's just a big knob here. So here we go. I'm just going to start up in the front and start pushing it down in behind the plastic. And then with this string right here, there's a really small gap right here. And we're just going to run the string in there. We'll push it through as far as we can from here, and then you'll be able to grab it from underneath the seat. Now we gotta take the two flaps that are hanging down the front of the cover and tuck them in behind this plastic trim. Before you do that though, take a look at this flap that they've got loop Velcro on one side and hook on the other. The hook Velcro will definitely try to catch in the front of the seat. So what I do is I just give this flap a twist so that the hook Velcro is facing the plastic trim. And then once I get it pushed through, I'll untwist it. Push it through, and now I've untwisted it. And we'll do the same for the little one. And now I'm going to take these two flaps and run them underneath the seat. Just when you're pushing them back, make sure that you've got them over top of any wires and motors that are hanging down, or brackets. It helps if you have the seat raised up as high as you can get it. So I've taken the two strings that we pushed down between the seat and the console, and then that we pushed down through the seat behind the plastic trim. I've got them pulled out here, and then I pull them good and tight. Again, just like with the seat back cover that we put on, the tighter you pull them, the better everything is going to fit. And now we'll fasten them together using the string lock. To do that, you just push the string in one end like this here. And then you won't be able to see the rest of this because it's going to be up underneath the seat. But I'm going to pull this all the way off to one side, and then I'll just clip the string in like that, and then it can't loosen up. And then I'll do the same on the other side. So we'll pull it all the way through like this, and then we'll just feed this other string through. And now I'm just going to pull them tight and clip them together under there. The last step to putting the bottom covers on is to take these two flaps that you pushed through from the front, and we'll fasten them together to the ones that we pushed through out the seat back. So just pull everything nice and tight and slap them together. Just like that, and then we'll take this flap here, and it just wraps down around underneath to make everything look nice and tidy. There we go. Last thing we're going to do is put the headrest on and cover it. To put it on, it just lines up with the holes in the seat back, and you slide it down until it clicks. Then to put the cover on, just make sure that your headrest cover, you can kind of see that the panels on the side match the shape of the panel on the side of the headrest. And we'll pull it on, and it just helps to twist it back and forth a little bit as you pull it down over the headrest. And then we'll just put these flaps up underneath, fasten them together, and you're done.